Yo, what's good? What's good? What's going on, everybody? My bad for the wrong intro, yo. Man, I did it
Damn,
again,
man,
yo.
boy, you, oh,
My
you, yo, this
bad,
weekday shit gotta stop.
my bad, my bad for the wrong intro, y'all. Y'all see what it is down below, man. It's another marvelous, magnificent, wonderful Monday. You know what I'm saying? And we got D Rigger Presents Moments with What's going on, Unc? How you feeling, bro? What's good
Man,
with
I
you?
was all right till I thought I was in a damn quantum leap or something. Yeah. Wait a minute, that ain't
Yeah,
my
man.
theme music. That
Yeah,
ain't
you know
my
what it is, man. You know, I
business.
was I was ripping and running, man. You know, I started going back to the gym and whatnot, started working out. So
What?
now I go to the gym after work. So I just be rushing in and I ran in the crib real fast to set this up and it's a lot. It's a lot going on. So
Okay.
my bad. It's my bad.
Okay. I was
It's
like,
Monday. You know how
whoa.
Mondays go.
You know, let off with everybody but me. Where am I? What the fuck?
I mean, but for those who did see the intro, that is the other podcast that we do every Wednesday. That was the whole crew. That was the good brother Leo, you know what I'm saying? Superhero Leo. That was the chef Troy, you know what I'm saying? AKA the coach. That was the Panamanian professor, Arthur Sobers the third. You know what I'm saying? That was D Rigger, OG, triple OG right there. And that was me, myself, and I, you know what I'm saying?
Don't
MCJ.
forget Nate. Nate was on there too.
And I'm not gonna forget MLB Nate the Great, son.
You
You know
almost
what I
forgot
mean?
MLB Nate. He was gonna be
Yeah, I did.
mad
I
if
ain't
you
gonna. I
forgot.
did. I
He was
did.
gonna
I
be
ain't gonna
hot.
lie. I ain't gonna lie. I almost did forget him. You. That's what you here for,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, you better not forget Nate.
It's
Nate.
Monday, man.
You'll come up short up in the
You
two
right. I
legs and
be
two arms without.
listen, listen. All I know, they be a body bag at my door.
Hear that, hear Undertaker music. Oh shit, he back.
All I'm gonna say is my
Nate
bad,
about to
Nate.
come.
I ain't do it on purpose. Yeah, but OG, man, how was your weekend, man?
Honestly, it was real quiet. We finally
Hey,
had a
quiet as
weekend, and
shit.
we had a spring weekend, bro. We had a nice, comfortable weekend where you could sit outside for a little while, and it wasn't no Delulu weather like it is like right now. Yeah, I am. I would be wearing that. I would be wearing my man cave hat back here, but we went from 78 and 83 and 84 degrees the other day, and now it's out here like 40 degrees again. So we
Yeah,
back to tripping. We back to Delulu land.
it's a little nippy out here right now. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
that's
hold
the
you.
Lulu land time. So yeah, we gotta dress
But
accordingly out here.
as you can see, if you know what I'm saying, Unc was talking about, you know what I'm saying, you see the virtual man cave hat right there. You see, we got the, what side is it? The Apple logo right here. You know what I'm saying? If you like what you see, send a $30 donation to the Cash App, which is $ virtual man cave, yo. You send that name description. We also got another hat with a different colorway. I mean, with a different logo on it. It has the Apple logo. You see how Unc has it. If you let us know the colorway that you like, leave it in the description, your address, and all that other fly stuff. We would definitely hook you up and send one your way. All right, yo. Let us know how you feeling.
You doing
But
that fast? You said that.
what happened?
You sound like you was going through that one right there. You sound a little fast on that. You was going too fast. You wasn't
Yeah,
taking your time. I was like, damn. Usually you waxing poetic on it. Like, yeah, man. This hat is like blase blase. You know
yeah. I
what
tell
I'm
you, man. I
saying?
went to the gym, man. I'm tired, bro. Like I ain't. I'm 45. Body move
Oh my
different now
god.
at the
Okay,
peak.
okay. I feel you.
You
I've been
know,
there, done that.
working.
Been there, done that.
Now, I'm not saying that I can do it, but you know, today was day one. Day one is usually always the hardest show. So I was in there. I was in putting in the work that the work had to get put in. So
Okay.
gotta keep moving forward. But
Nobody
yo,
gonna
my
break my
weekends.
stride.
You know what I do. You know what I do on the weekends, Unc. You know, I hang out with my baby girls, family time on the weekends, and then in the mornings I get to myself. And what I like to do in the morning, y'all, I go play golf.
Yeah, that's what he do.
I was out there golfing this weekend, and I'm not going front. Yo, what up, yo?
Oh, what a name.
Peace and love, yo. Peace and love and what it do, man. But but yeah, man, I was out there playing golf. I finally got, as you know, I got about maybe 8 months into the game of golf, and I'm still learning the game. But one thing I have now, I got my swing. I got my perfect swing that I just got to perfect, learn the craft. But it took a while. I was able to make contact with the ball for a while. I had an unorthodox swing. You know what I'm saying? But
All right, Charles Barkley. I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, come
you
on.
know, it wasn't as bad as Charles Barkley, but it was definitely
It was
unorthodox.
the Harlem
Charles
Shake,
Barkley
baby.
he be
Yeah.
popping and locking. He be dancing. I don't know what he be doing. But
Hit the ball, Chuck.
but yeah, I went to the driving range, spent a lot of time on the range, had an extra two extra large buckets. Went out there and I was doing what it do. Then I went out there to the par three, had a decent round, and I like what I saw, yo. And that was about it. Spent some time with my baby girl,
No.
and that's what life is about. You know.
Yeah, I
Other
just
than
sat
that,
on the patio and smoked and drank beer and chilled
yeah, that's what life is
and
about.
contemplated life.
Speaking
Ah,
about
let me drink some
speaking
more
about
beer.
contemplating life, you know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing, that you said that. Contemplating life. That brings us into the first topic of discussion for tonight.
Nice.
The price of respect in society, yo.
All right. Yeah. I got a little story today, and this gonna lead up to I need some feedback, some comments if y'all into it. All right. So let me tell you the story this happened. I was in Sam's Club this weekend. All right. And I was going in there and I had to go buy a pizza for the fam. We're gonna have a pizza. It was Friday night. We're gonna have pizza night, you know what I'm saying? Hang out, chill. And some pizza and some chicken wings that we have. We had some chicken wings in the house. So I'm in Sam's Club and I'm waiting for the pizza to get cooked so I could take it. And there's people standing in line in the snack line going to get whatever they want to go get. And there's a black lady who is in line. I say she was about late 50s, 60s in this area.
Like, really?
But while I was sitting over there in the sitting area, where you can buy your hot dogs and you get your snacks and you're sitting there, over at some of the tables over to the left of me, there's like 6 kids, 4 boys, 2 girls. Now nothing was going on. They wasn't yelling or screaming or being wild. But as they were standing, the lady was standing in line. They wanted to go to the bathroom and they had to go past her and they went by the lady. And when they went by the line, they walked in front of the lady. And they walked in front of her and nobody said, excuse me. Nobody said, oh, my bad, man. May we go by? We're going to the bathroom. They just thought it was okay. And they just walked in front of this lady, like just walked right by her. Didn't say, excuse me or anything. The lady didn't flinch. Lady didn't say nothing. Lady didn't move or anything. And I sat there. Maybe about 5 minutes later,
Where you go, huh? Straight disappeared.
Jay, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Say something.
Something.
I can't hear you. That's why I can't. Telephone rang. Yeah, it was the telephone. Let me call back. Okay, hold on.
All right. So while Unc doing what he do, you know what I'm saying, he gonna log out, log back in real fast, yo. Um, Honestly, I'll just pick up from where he said. Part of me, because I was eating real fast, man. I'm always greedy. But yeah, I think that was kind of foul, man. That's you know what I'm saying, learned behavior from these kids.
All right. Can you hear me, Jay?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Damn, it cut off again. What happened?
All right.
Oh
I
shit. One more
definitely think it's
time, Jay. Hold on. We gotta get this shit straight. Hold on.
I definitely think it's a learned behavior. You know what I'm saying? They learned that at home because that's where respect is taught at. You know what I'm saying? Respect is taught at home and whatnot. Yo, Nate, what's good, family?
What's up?
Hey, much. Whenever you get a chance, just turn your camera on. All right. Yo, Unc, you back? I guess not. But respect is I don't know. Respect has a different definition for everybody nowadays. It's not the same that what we had because I know when I was growing up, respect was you know what I'm saying. You walk in front of somebody, you're gonna say, "Pardon me, excuse me." You know what I'm saying. You know, whatever is necessary.
Yeah. You mean like accidentally spilling something on somebody's shoe or something like that?
Yeah, because Uncle telling a story. Yo, Unc, you back?
I'm back, I think. Hey, what up, Nate?
What's
Yo,
up?
Nate, you got a TV on or something?
I do, but I just turned it down.
Oh, okay, 'cause that's where the feedback was coming from.
All right. I'm sorry. So let me get back to this story. So anyway, the kids walk over, they go toward the bathroom, but like 3 minutes later, they're all getting ushered out of the store with a bunch of Sam's Club workers following behind them. So they must have did something on the way between passing this lady and then doing whatever they were doing. But they were getting ushered out the store, and I wanted to stop them. You know, sometimes you get those OG thoughts, like you want to explain to somebody that you shouldn't have done something that you did, and you just want to ask them if they even thought about what was going on. I had one of those moments. I wanted to get up and just stop them and say, "Hey, y'all, can I ask y'all a question? Do y'all realize what y'all did to that lady right there when y'all walked in front of her and everything?" But before I could get any of that out, I noticed that they were being ushered out of the store. So I didn't say anything. I just let them let them rush them out the store and everything. So I didn't get a chance to speak what I wanted to speak to them, but I was just wondering, like, I'm glad I didn't because they were already being admonished by the store, by the store management and whoever it was, and they was taking them out of the store. So I don't think they needed to be embarrassed about anything else on another way. But I had the thought in my mind that I wanted to stop them and explain to them how rude they were and how they were handling things, and just explain what respect is when you do things around people, especially young kids. And my question is like, why is it that this generation of kids that we got out here today don't seem to show the respect that's needed or that's proper to older, to adults in general? Because I
It's
find it to be a big problem, and I wanted to stop them and ask them what was their thoughts on that, and tell
so
them that it was wrong for them to walk in front of her like that.
a lot of kids don't have critical thinking skills. For one, they're not taught that. They didn't know. They didn't even know what they did was wrong. They're not taught at home to say excuse me. Two, I'm glad you didn't stop them to have a conversation with them because it probably would have turned physical. There's no need to have you can't reason. There's no rhyme and reason. Um, they're not taught to respect. If you're not taught to respect your elders, then therefore you're not going to show it. You know, so times are different. It's not the same way how me and you grew up. You know, our elders were elders. You know what I'm saying? They were old. They were older than us, so we knew to respect them.
Mhm.
Nowadays, the definition of elder is different. It'll be someone my age or Nate's age considered an elder, because of how young people are having kids and how young the age of a grandmother is now. There's people. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but there's people my age and younger who are already grandparents, which is wonderful. More life,
Younger
love,
than
more
you, bro.
liberty. But remember when grandparents were a lot older. you know. So it's just a different day and age. What you think, Nate?
I have no long range. I have a Spitfire with no sight.
Um, it's like the same old cycle, you know.
Wait.
As much as we want to say this generation, I can say growing up, I've seen kids and my age back then. We were probably closer to our elders than I think this generation is, but I seen a lot of kids in my era who didn't have that kind of respect either.
Right.
You
Right.
know, I think it's just when you're young, you just feel like you don't have to respect anything. You're rebellious. For most kids, they're rebellious. They feel like they don't want nobody to tell them what they want, what to do. They can do whatever they want, and that's this generation, our generation, the generation before that. It's just something about when you're young at a certain age, you don't feel like you after a while
We
you get
have to
tired of being
listen.
yeah, you get tired of always being told what to do. Like I'm gonna do whatever I feel like doing. You know, now we feel like this time in this generation is a little bit more heightened now because it seems like it's on a whole nother level these days than it was, but it's not as much different as it was back in our days. I mean, I didn't see as many people, at least I didn't see from my own eyes, as many young kids assaulting elderly people in my generation coming up.
Right.
But it definitely happens all the time. Every time you get a new set of young generation that come along, because them kids that you're talking about, if they live, they live long. Hopefully they do. They live long enough to become our age or whatever. They're gonna be the elders dealing with young kids and saying the same thing.
And I got worried. I was talking about this with the executive producer, Jay
Never seen the same team.
Mandy.
Mandy.
Um, and she made a good point too that if I had happened to step up and say something to them, what if like their parents were there and they would have taken offense to me trying to quote unquote, talk to their kids about something like respect or something like that.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
know, and we've seen people get a little out of hand over something that could have been it's just miscommunication, or actually it's not even a miscommunication if nothing was, excuse me, if nothing was said, especially if you're trying to speak to them. I
There's
don't
nothing
think that I would have
derogatory.
reached out to grab somebody and to snatch them up and, hey, you disrespectful little whippersnapper, get your ass over
No.
here and you go and
Oh,
apologize. We ain't, we, you know what
you
I'm
wouldn't have
saying?
been you wouldn't have been disrespectful. It would have been the other way around. Who are you to talk to me and tell me anything? Why are you talking to me? I don't know you. Get away from me.
Right, but you didn't know that. See, that's what I'm saying, Jay. And then the slow turn on that is, but you didn't know that lady, and you did that to her.
So what?
Yeah,
I'll do it
again,
again.
again, and you probably will. But that, see what I'm saying, Jay? Just to have the conversation. But you're right. That's what Nate was saying. They're going to
Right.
rebel against whatever
Yeah.
it is that you were going to say anyway. You know what I'm saying?
and
Without
then
understanding that they had done anything wrong, because they really don't care if they done anything. Like Nate said, they really don't care. They're rebelling. They're just gonna do what they do anyway. So
And I'm not here. We're not here to say that they were bad kids.
no,
We're just talking
I
about.
never said that. Yeah,
We're just
right,
talking about
right.
a moment. We're just talking about a moment in a situation. One, I wasn't even there, so I can't even give you my, a play by play, of the
Never,
situation.
not one time did they do, or did they act out like rude little kids either. Like they didn't do anything like shove or push or try to run their way out. They literally quietly walked out of the store without an incident. They didn't do anything wrong. But
and
knowing that they had walked in front of this lady the way that they did and they cut her off and they didn't say anything, You know they were being disrespectful when they did it because all of one person did it, then all the rest of them did the same thing. They followed suit.
And then also, well, first, like you were saying with the parents, if the person's parent there, sometimes you can see how a kid acts by the parent, and then I'll say from experience from my days of working at when I got older, I worked in retail on two different occasions. But I worked as a young kid in Macy's, but when I was older, I worked at Target. I see it a lot of times. A lot of times, security's already on when a group of kids come in. They probably give them maybe 15, 20 minutes, and it's time for all of y'all to leave because
Yeah.
most of the time, some of them are coming in the store just to trash the store. Sometimes they just in the store because they ain't got nothing to do, and so they just want to hang out together.
It's
But
Sam's Club, and it's Sam's Club, and they all had drinks in their hands. So I'm figuring they're in there all trying to get a snack or something. One of them had a card, and they all went in there and they got some snack. Okay, that's understandable. They still got the $1.50 hot dog, and the pizza is still good. So that makes a lot of sense. They could do that. I could see them doing that. But
yeah,
like you said, if there was an adult in the area, I didn't see any, and they escorted them out. So it was like I guess there wasn't anybody there.
and
But in the same sense of the letter, I don't want to. For as much as I want to do the right thing, and I was talking about this too. I'm not trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho either. You know what I'm saying? I want to do the right thing and step up and show everybody what's the right way. I have this standard of living that I would like to show everybody else, and I think you guys should follow it. I can see myself wanting to live like that, but I'm not trying to get myself poked in the chest for no fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep to myself and know that I got to just do right by me around me all the time, and then maybe that's enough until I need to step up. But I can't just reach out and touch nobody or talk to somebody and give them some sort of, I ain't even gonna call it a scolding, but like Jay said, I don't know you.
And you absolutely right, man. As
You know
long
what I'm
as you
saying? I don't know you, so
take
yeah, I
care,
gotta
take care of
understand that.
yourself, take care of yourself, take care of family, and that's it.
But I also feel like this though. The reason why I stated this the question the way I did is because I just see more chances of people, young people, being rude and disrespectful, knowing that they can be better. But what's worse is I see a whole older generation of people who let it go, and they're willing to turn a blind eye to it just so that they don't got to say anything or correct anybody when they're seeing something's wrong. And I think that that's where a lot of the problem is. We got cycles of shit that happen regularly. Nobody's willing to break the cycle. Somewhere along the line, somebody's got to step up and say, hey, y'all really can't do this. And this is why. I wish it would happen more often, and I can't say that a lot of people would do it. Like I said, I don't think everybody is a superhero or stands out to do all these things. But society would be a lot better if everybody would look out for one another in these cases and just have a respect to treat everybody the way they want to be treated. If you don't want to be treated dirty, by all means, the best thing you can do is help somebody once in a while so they can help you too when it comes time. So
that's
that's what
hard.
I was getting at.
That's hard to do sometimes. And some people do want to say something, but then they think about it too. Hey, I got kids of my own at home that I got people at home that
And
that,
I
that need
respect that.
that
Yeah.
need me to come home. They need me to
Yeah.
come home tonight, and they
Now,
like,
yeah, and all you was doing is trying to do the right thing, right, Nate? And now you may not come home because you were trying to do the right thing or tell somebody how to do the right thing.
But what's the right thing?
I, Again, Jay, if you're seeing something that's not being done, that's in accordance with good things for other folks, that's not the right thing, Jay. Yeah.
I'm just saying because if I think about me, what's good for me may not be good for you. I don't care what's good for you. I only care about what's good for me.
But that's what I'm saying, Jay. If you don't care, why would you bother somebody else?
No, what I'm trying to say is, if like you trying to tell me walking in front of that lady was wrong,
Right,
I don't think it was in my mind. It's not wrong. So who's to
right.
say you're right and I'm wrong? In my mind, I'm right and you're wrong.
And if they had a problem with it, they should have said something.
Yeah,
And that's why I said I had to stop. Because I think that's what should have started to happen in the first place. But I don't think the lady wanted any problems with it. And that's why I didn't go over either. Because I can't say something to elevate that situation if the person who it happened to won't say nothing about it either. So that's why I think it's the right thing to say. That's on their part, Jay, on what you just said. Even though
because
even
what
though
if
even though you're being the protagonist about that
right?
shit, even though you're being the protagonist, you're absolutely positively
Because
100% right.
who's to say? Who's to
Who's
say
to
that the
say?
old lady? Who's to say that the old lady took it as disrespect? She might not even care.
Hmm.
Didn't even think it might not even have passed her mind that they did anything
Yeah,
wrong. You right. You right. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I said that's why I think a lot of people don't understand how fast critical thinking happens in situations in
or
these
how
type
fast
of
you need to
things.
use it.
What a lot of people could be going through. I thought of this while all while it was going on, and all this didn't happen for longer than just the 5 minutes of them going past her, going over there to the aisle, waiting there, and then the Sam's Club people coming in and escorting them out. 5 minutes. It wasn't 5 minutes, y'all. That's how fast all of that was. But all the things that you can go and sit your mind to see how things are gonna flow, that critical thinking. I don't know if it's not enough of it being done by us, or like you said too, Jay, maybe they just don't care, you know. But I don't want bad things to happen. That's why I have critical thoughts. I would like things to be better.
The Bucks just
Because
Cam Thomas.
who's to say in our era? In our era, yeah, it was respectful when you walk past the elderly. Walk past somebody to say, excuse me,
Excuse me.
pardon me.
Right.
In this era, it may not be. The rules have changed. Now,
I
it
agree
may
with that. Yeah,
I
that's
may
what I'm
not have
saying.
to say I may not have to say excuse me when I walk past you because I didn't hit you or nothing. If I hit you, I'll bump into you. Now I gotta say excuse me. And I'm not saying these are the rules. Like you said, I'm just playing the protagonist right now, just the flip side of the coin. Um, but I don't know. Maybe the rules have changed, and we don't live by them, or we haven't acknowledged them because we still living by our rules.
Again, it's not yeah, that's actually that's the point, Jay. If there's rules, are the rules understood by all parties, or is there another interpretation? Because everybody got their own set of rules. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? You would think there'd be one way standardly to treat people, but like you
So,
said, not everybody learns the standards.
so let me ask you this: since we're talking about standards, guidelines, rules, and regulations and stuff, um, what philosophy gets you through life's challenges? You know, so obviously we're talking about respect and stuff like that. So when you feel disrespected or something in life is giving you difficulty, hardship, what do you do to deal with it?
Um,
What
I don't know. Okay,
ideology?
okay. I get what you're saying, but I think that what I'm about to say, most people would be like, "See, that's why you were in the military. What it is." But you got to have a regimented life. You got to kind of have to do things on the regular, on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? On the regular basis. Because honestly, repetition gets you to where you're at, so that things happen without consequences or without errors being done, because it's done by you doing it over and over again. Yes, it's very boring. Yes, it's very repetitious, and people don't want to think like that. But when you start working your way into doing things in a regimented state, you find that you'll do things without error and without things going off, and your life is you live life a whole lot easier. So people don't want to say they like living a regimented life. They want to live free or whatever. But you'll notice that there's a pattern to how you got to do things so that you'll be comfortable, and things are always comfortable after you've done whatever it is you do. And people got to recognize that. And when they do, you'll find that most of those folks find their lives better. Now, I'm not saying live OCD. I'm not saying to live just, I gotta go straight, can't go straight, don't gonna go nowhere, just go that way. Like, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying?
Have a routine, but go with the flow and be ready
But
to
go with the
adjust.
flow. Like I
Be
like
ready
I
to
was
adjust.
tripping. I was tripping out, and I know everybody always trips on me, but Bruce Lee is Bruce Lee not only is a great fighter, but the dude was such a mental genius. And some of the things he put in life, the way he put things in life was one. He said one of the things that we always talk about is be like water. Form yourself to do what you need to do. You're gonna find difficulty and blocks and things coming along, but like water, find a way to surround what's going on in your surroundings. Find a way to cover it. Look around and see what's the easiest way to guide your path to get to wherever it is that you're going to go. Water does that without doing too many crazy things. It just finds its way up, over, around, below, but it takes itself and it guides itself to it. And that's how all people should live, like in a guided way. So I listen to the words of Bruce Lee, and it means something to that regimented way of taking care of things will put you on the right path to go where you need to go.
Okay. Man, that's pretty dope, man. Flow like water, have your regimen, but be able to take the shape of any, of any situation, shape of any situation, you know what I'm
Adjust and
saying? With your
adapt.
breath.
Adjust and
Just in the
adapt.
depth.
Adjust and adapt.
Um, for me, I got one mantra that gets me pretty much through everything, yo. Well, two of them. Two of them that get me through a lot. One, my mother used to tell me as a little kid all the time, just growing up. It was pretty much do it afraid. You know, every first step is gonna be scary. Every first step is gonna, is unknown. You don't know what's gonna happen. You're gonna be
Right.
afraid. And if you're not afraid, there's something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better be nervous to take that first step. Because if you're not, boy, you better check your feelings. Because you might be a psychopath. All right.
Yeah.
So do it afraid. Just go out there and give your best effort. And at least you say you try. That's one I just stand on. And I live by. And another one is something that I made up myself, and it's something I created for me and my son. It's something I've been telling him for the past 20 some odd years of his wonderful life. We don't get frustrated, we get focused. So no matter what's going on in your life, you know what I'm saying? No matter what the situation is, don't get frustrated. Just get focused. And if you focus on, the situation or what you got to do, you'll figure it out. Because you can't figure nothing out frustrated. Frustrated is only going to lead you to more confusion, distortion, and it's going to blur your vision, and you're going to
Chaos.
make mistakes
Chaos. Chaos.
with more chaos. So if you just take a breather, focus, move forward, you got this. There's more to the mantra that I tell my son, but I'm not gonna go into it, that him and I talk about. But pretty much we don't get frustrated, we get focused. We lock in. You know what I mean? And that's just something I do. When I get upset and something's not, oh no, I don't get frustrated, we get focused. Let me figure out what's the real game plan is, and I move forward. You know, Nate, what about you, man?
I don't really got too many like I guess say philosophy, but it's more like, just I don't got time to be worried about being upset. I mean, my philosophy now is different than it was when I was younger. When I was younger, I was real passionate. It's not that I'm not passionate about things now, but back then I was passionate, way too over passionate. Sometimes I maybe overstepped my boundaries, but I was all about, right is right, wrong is wrong, and certain other things. Now I don't let everything get to me as much as I used to. The only thing that's been the same is I guess driving. I've never had road rage. That's one thing I don't have. Like somebody cut in front of me, I could care less. Sometimes somebody rev their engine up next to you, or they think they getting in front of you, or try to brake check you for some reason, or they think you trying to pass them. Don't none of that stuff bother me none. I could care less. But like at this point in my life now, if something goes wrong or something goes left, ain't no sense of whining about it, complaining about it, crying. But the main thing is, what am I going to do to get myself out of it? What am I going to do myself to get better at it? Just like when I do with my daughter, I just say, the decisions you decide to make in life and the things you start to do in life, you what was that? What was that?
It's not a Mountain Dew.
All right, just making sure.
It's not a Mountain Dew.
We need to see one of those in years. But I tell her, you one day at some point in your life you're gonna want to be able to look in the mirror at yourself and say the decisions you made in your life that you're okay with. Certain things you're gonna make mistakes along the way, but like I just don't really stress about too many things. It's gonna happen, and you just gotta figure out how to handle it from there. Like, I don't, I got people who complain about a lot of stuff all the time to the point where now I'm just like, I don't want to seem insensitive, so I do listen. But I'm like, brother, y'all, some people, not everybody, some people complain about the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
Some of them, whether even about, man, I'm sick of these females and they do this. And you say you're sick of them, but then yet you say leave me alone. Like I'm done with them. But then a week later, you tell me you met this girl, and now you're all frustrated. And I ain't got the time for that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Be in the same category, the same way all the time, huh? Too.
You know what I'm saying?
I will
If
tell you one thing though, Nate. I don't have road rage, but there's one thing I really do hate. Don't get in front of me and drive slow.
Yeah, I can do that. Like if they coming off a side road and everybody's going like the speed, like maybe 50 or 60, then you want to come out there the last minute doing like 10 miles an hour.
Don't get in front of me and drive slow. Like, yo, I don't care. Nothing else gets me mad. I don't care. I could be driving. You could cut me off. I may be like, but whatever. I don't care because you know what? I love my life. You know what I'm saying? I got to respect the passengers. If I have passengers in my car, their life is in my hands. I got to respect that fact. So I'm chilling. I'm going to get to my destination. I'm cruising. But if you in front of me and you driving slow, come on now. Don't do me like that.
Unless they in the slow lane. Unless they in the slow lane.
All right. So if you're in the slow lane and the speed limit is 45, how fast do you think you should be going?
You can go as low as 40.
I said the speed limit is 45.
He gonna get mad.
You heard what I said. And you can go as slow as 40.
No.
If I'm going too slow for you, go around, hit the middle lane or the far left lane.
Listen, you can go as slow as 45 if the speed limit is 45.
Let's hear. I ain't got no plans for today. I'm cruising.
Now, I'll be honest with you. Me personally, I am. But yo, bro, if the speed limit is 45, cruise at 45 because that's the flow of traffic is supposed to be at 45, not 40.
Nah, see, that's the main reason why I always try to take the scenic routes, like the side streets, because the speed limit is like 25.
You gotta take the black block, take the back block.
Yeah, because you know me.
Main road,
because when I'm in my big body, because when I used to have my big body, we cruising, we going about 20 miles an hour at best. If we cruising, we ain't in no rush. If you running late for work, you should have got up earlier. You should have got up early. If you're running late for work, you should have got up earlier. Not my problem.
Jay's going through y'all with
four fours.
Jay
Riding
gonna be
slow.
driving like it's twisted metal out there, boy. Jay trying to get y'all off the road, boy.
No. See, the speed. If the speed limit is 45, now I'm gonna be real with you. If the speed limit is 45, I'm doing 45 to about 48, maybe 50. That's it. I'm cruising. All I'm saying is,
obviously, Jay, you cruising, but how you gonna be driving for the other people? How you gonna be mad at them? How you?
I'm not mad. I'm just a little disappointed that if the speed limit 45, why you doing 40?
Because I'm chilling. I might be having a great day.
Well,
I
you
got
know
no
what?
plans. I ain't got no plans for the day.
They ain't do the speed limit. Follow the rules of the law and follow the rules of the DOT and go 45. The
Oh,
DOT
now we talk.
is at 45.
Oh, now we talking about following the rules, huh? Do you
It's the
ride?
safety.
Do you drive with both hands on the wheel? Do you drive 10 and 2? I highly doubt you do.
It depends on the weather.
Oh, yeah, right. Whatever.
If it's raining hard, I'm 10 and 2, baby. I'm 10 and 2.
Oh my God, yo.
10 and 2
Oh.
and the seat up. I'm sitting focused.
Hey, oh my God, bro.
But now, I'm just saying, the
No,
DOT
you not.
said it's 45. Go 45.
The DOT, sir.
Respect the DOT, man. They know what they doing. They've been
Whatever.
around for a long time, bro.
Fuck, y'all, please
They
don't.
know.
Y'all, please don't drive slow in front of Jay. Oh my God, don't drive slow in front of Jay. Y'all doomed. He finna run y'all monkey asses off the road.
Yo, I'm not. Because you know
Yeah,
what?
you
I'm gonna tell you what
you
happened.
are,
Because
Jay.
my
You just
friend,
said it.
my homie, he be laughing at me because I be getting frustrated. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. Bro. You just can't go a little bit faster. So I never yell at the person.
They just told you the scenario,
I
and you was
don't,
like,
I don't,
no, no. You gave him the Bugs
because he said,
Bunny. No, you got to go.
yo, because you know what? You know why? Because Nate said he doing 40 in a 45. That's crazy.
But he's in the right lane. He ain't fucking with nobody. He
No,
cruising. He
he
said
might
he
be in
tried
the
to
right
go.
lane.
He wanted gas. He said the right lane.
Nah, he in the right lane, but the wrong street. Get off the highway. Get off the go where it's 40. If you want to go 40, go where the speed limit is 40. Don't go where the speed limit 45 because you got to go 45. The DOT said 45.
It's a
There you
wait.
go, the DOT
That's a
again.
major. That's a major avenue in your in your place, bruh. There's 3 lanes in that bitch. There's 3 lanes going on both sides of the street.
So
And you mean to tell me that if
there's 3 lanes,
if I don't feel like doing 45, but I want to maintain a pretty good driving stat, I got to do 45.
That's not a pretty good driving speed because think about it. If the slow lane is supposed to go 45, right? That means the middle lane they doing about 50,
55.
52.
Jay,
See, Nate. All right, so you jumped up 10. They
Jay,
doing.
hold
Wait.
on.
Let me finish. They
No,
doing
but
55.
that thinking is crazy, Jay, because if you think about it, that sign on the side of the road that says speed limit 45, it doesn't only pertain to the fucking right lane. It pertains to
Hold on.
all
Let me
3
finish.
lanes.
Hold up. Let me finish. I know it pertains to all 3 lanes, but just like you said, we said the slow lane. So that means that's the slowest out of all 3 lanes. So usually people in that lane is cruising. If the speed limit is 45, even Nate just agreed with me because I was going to say when you go to the middle lane, it goes up maybe about 5 miles per hour, but Nate said 10. So I'll go the extreme of 10. 55 miles per hour in the middle lane. So Nate, in the fast lane, how fast do you think they going?
I mean, a
62,
70.
little bit faster than
70.
55.
So I'm speaking, and I'm speaking from experience here, where
Right. So okay,
it's all
70.
it's all gas and no brakes out here.
Okay. So cool. So the speed limit 45 miles per hour. I'm not living fast and furious. I don't want to go 55. I don't want to go 70. I want to go 45. Nate got to go somewhere else.
All right.
Because that's
So
all I'm
when you're
saying.
going faster than the people in the lane, what you supposed to do? You're supposed to move over to the left, right? So nobody in the
Mm-hmm.
middle or the left lane is going as fast as you, so you can just get over there and go, can't you?
I ain't messing with. I'm not even getting in the middle lane because I don't belong there. Because the speed limit is 45, and they going past the
But
speed
they
limit.
not doing 45 in your lane, so what you gonna do?
No, so that means I gotta speed up real fast just to get back over. That's too much work. Nate, get out the
You know
way.
what I'm saying?
Move.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Y'all, you a serial killer on the roads, Jay. I'm worried about you, son. You finna go run these people over. Why? When
Now,
your ass can just be in the middle lane chilling, and then when you get past them, then you can get over and go by them anyway. Why are you messing with these people?
you know what
All
he
I'm
gonna do,
saying
Unc?
is be there.
You know what he gonna do, Unc? He
What?
think that if he gonna tailgate me, and that's gonna make me drive faster. No, I'm not.
Mm-mm,
What you gonna do? Hit the back of my car? I dare you to.
mm-mm. That's the main reason why I'm not gonna tailgate you. I'm not.
But you just said you
Oh
was.
no, I'm not gonna hit the back of your car. I never
But he
said I
gonna hit
was.
you.
Nate made that up.
And he
I
gonna
ain't gonna
hit you because
tailgate him.
he's gonna hit you because you keep slowing down in the fast lane. That's what you
Mhm.
said.
Nope. If he go in the fast lane, he ain't gotta worry about me.
Well, why are you
'Cause
worried
I'm doing
about him in the first
45.
place if he's in the fast lane? He said he was going 40. He ain't going fast enough. That means somebody in the wrong motherfucking lane. That got to be who? You? Him? If
Yeah,
you'd have
because
left him in the
Nate.
I'm in the
right
right
lane
lane.
like you're supposed to, he would be doing his
Nate.
40 and he wouldn't be bothering
Um,
nobody. But your ass got to fly by and try to
um,
take over.
um. Ain't no way you and Nate gonna justify this as if I'm wrong when he not even doing the speed limit. Make it make sense, bro.
Hey, Nate.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'll
You
defend your
not gonna
ass
make.
if you need me to.
Hold
I'm
up, hold
doing
up.
pretty good, I
You
thought.
and
I was
two
making a
second,
pretty good case, right?
second. You not gonna make me wrong in my hypothetical scenario. I made this up.
Especially in your hypothetical, especially in your hypothetical scenario.
Hmm. So, with that being said, though, what defines your identity and who you are? Because as you can see, I'm confident. You ain't gonna make me wrong. And even if I am wrong, I might be right. Because you know what? I'm wrong, but I could have been right, so I'm right anyway.
Okay, get rich or die trying.
Exactly. That's
We
where I
all
got it
seen the
from.
movie.
Exactly. Nah, but OG, what do you think some things that can help somebody identify, gives them their identity and helps them become who they are? You know, now we see a lot of things on the internet. You know, for us growing up, we didn't have this much exposure to images and influences over different cultures and music genres and a lot of things that these kids and people in society have now. We were I don't want to say cut off, but we were limited to what we had. So we spend a lot of time to ourselves. And when I say to ourselves, I don't mean as a hermit inside the house. Our community was a little bit limited and we had to use our imagination more. And we really had to go figure out who we were and what we like. So what do you think are some things that helps define your identity and or who you are? Yo?
What defines yo? I feel like this is a loaded question, man. How do you find your identity? I mean, number
Not
one,
find it. What defines?
or what defines it?
Yes.
Damn, I'm sitting here trying. I this what defines it? I mean, naturally is character. I mean, I guess that's maybe you're asking what symbolizes or what personifies your character. I don't. I mean, it's a whole body thing, bro. It's how you are respected, how you are treated, how you treat others, how you see how what do people see? Are you messy? Are you clean? You know, you got an afro or you got a high top fade. What is it? Do you stink? Do you bathe? There's a lot of judgments that got to be done for an individual. Um,
Jeez. I
The
feel like
way,
you're talking about somebody.
the way you said, "Do you stink?"
Do you stink? Do you bathe? That was old school.
you know
That
what
was
I'm
somebody
saying?
right
I'm
there.
just
You
saying, bro.
stink.
Yo,
Did you
bro,
did you
yo.
bathe?
There's a
They don't
lot
even
that
say
go into
bathe
that,
no
bro.
more.
There's just a lot that go into that shit, bro. That's what I'm saying. And a
So
person, I mean, defines you, bro. Again, are you
all
truthful?
right. So I
Are you
guess
truthful? Do people believe in what you say and what you do? And are you are you trusted enough to do whatever it is you say you're going to do or to do it? I guess that's what it is. I guess that
so.
yeah.
I think what gives a definition to your identity is your habits. Your habits give you your identity. You can change your habits, right? But at a certain point, all your habits or all the things that you do, they all have a foundation. They all have a base. They all have something in common about a common core,
Okay.
as you
Okay.
so to speak. And your core habits of who you are and what you do, that's always going to show no matter where you at, no matter what you're doing. It's just who you are. If in your profession, right? Let's say you're a doctor, teacher, lawyer, cop, judge, garbage man. If you're a jerk in all those professions. It's just who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you have messy habits, it doesn't matter what you do for a living. You're just a messy person. That is your habits is what define you. Um, and if you have a hard time identifying who you are, look at your five closest friends and see where they're at in life, see what they're doing in life, and not to judge them. You're not judging them as whether it's right or wrong. Just see who they are. Look at their character. Ask yourself why you hang out with them, why you talk to them, what attracts you to this friendship, what keeps you in this friendship. And once you figure that out, you're on the road to figuring yourself out. That's a big major chunk of who you are. You know, um, you are the company you keep. I know they say it's a good saying and stuff like that, but you most certainly are the company you keep, and you need to look at who you entertain and who entertains you, because that's definitely who you are, and I think that's where your identity comes from. You know, what about you, Nate?
I think your identity comes from kind of like, what do you want to be, or what do you want to be remembered as? Especially now, because I mean, we all know whenever our time to clock out it comes, it comes, and you got to think years and years afterwards. Will anybody even remember that we existed? You got a lot of people nowadays, especially the ones you see on social media, who trying to do stuff to go viral because they don't want to be forgotten. So they're out here trying to do things to always be remembered, thinking it'll be remembered in time forever. Because like even walking past my old neighborhood when I was in New York a couple weeks ago, the way things are changing in the neighborhood, I was like, man, the people that's living here now don't even know what was here before them, the stories that went on, the experiences, the people, the community that was here before you. Just like we didn't realize the community that was before my mom and my grandmother, them that was there as well. And a lot of times, your neighborhood can can create and help mold your identity as well. It's all about what you want to be, and what you want to see yourself as. Some people just want to be, they want adulation from other people. They want to be accepted by other people. Some people don't care. Some people can care less whether you like me or not. It's all about what you want out of it at the end of the day. Some of us don't really care. We can, man. I don't care if anybody wants to be my friend. I'm good. I got everything I need to keep myself occupied. Or I got the circle that I need. So a lot of that really depends on what you really want at at the end of the day.
Nah, I definitely can agree with that. But I think we all got three good valid points of what defines your identity, and I don't think either one of us is. I'm not gonna say wrong. I don't think wrong is a good choice of words, but I think all three of us had a good perspective on what it is. And if you take a piece of what all three of us said, I think you get a whole definitely complete answer. And I think that's what makes this the man cave in general dope. You'll get three different eclectic answers that sound the same but are different. And if you listen to all three, you'll come off really well. Have a good sound understanding.
I'm pretty sure though somebody out there talking about that's some bullshit y'all talking about. But it's fine,
Oh, of course,
y'all. It's okay. I figure y'all
somebody
might think we talking some bullshit out here, but it's okay. It's
somebody told us to
okay.
shut up. Somebody out there told us.
Yeah, man. It is what it is, and it's okay.
It is
Only
what
thing
it
we can
is. It's
do
gonna
is
be
prove
what
it
it's
right
gonna
or
be.
prove it wrong. Yeah.
Pretty
A
much.
lot of that too. A lot of that too. If it's a real person that said that and not one of them bots, a lot of that too goes to depending on where that person is in their life as well.
And you
You know,
know what? At some point, Nate, I hope they understand that. I hope that they can. I hope that it's clear that to have your own voices, to be your own person. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't take anything from our show or from any of the Man Cave shows, it's this. Y'all be who the hell y'all are. Be yourselves. Do what you do. Do the best y'all can do, and think positively. We'll ask you that. That's all we'll ask of you. Think positive of yourself and the things you do. Don't come to us with that bullshit, okay? We not about that. So
Yeah, Justin. Yeah, Justin.
you still fuck with leave Justin alone.
Yeah,
Justin,
Justin. Oh, leave
Justin
him
is
alone.
Justin is
All right, I'll leave
understanding
him
that
alone.
now.
Okay. Justin tried to come disrespectfully one show, and
Justin
ever
ain't
since
been
then,
back. It's
I've been
all
giving him a
good. If
shout
he
out.
and hopefully he does, but he ain't here.
My bad. I got the hiccup
Watch
and
his ass
sneeze,
pop up now, talk about fuck you, Jay.
and I'm gonna
You
say hi,
dumb,
Justin.
dumb bitch.
I'm gonna say what up, Justin. How you feeling?
There you go.
You know,
I tell him, yeah, you damn troll.
man, got the hiccups like crazy. But one more topic, and we might talk about one or two more things before we skedaddle. But because it is a Monday
Go
night, we
already.
gotta. I mean, time flies when you're having fun, huh?
All right, I feel you.
And we all gotta
What
go
we
to work
talking
in the
about?
morning. So, what city, state, or country would you never visit again, and why?
Oh man, I thought we would go. Nah, we got one more. Oh man, what country? God. Oh, I know where I ain't going.
Where?
I ain't going to Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Arkansas. Fuck Arkansas. Yo, that there. I don't know. I ain't gonna talk too bad about any of it. I went to Arkansas. I don't think I like Arkansas.
Wow, what happened in Arkansas that you ain't never going to Arkansas again?
I pulled up in there to Texarkana, and I was driving cross country when I was with my wife, Akiko, and we was driving cross country to get to California, and we stopped there to go eat at a Denny's, and we sat down and we tried to eat. Yo, bruh, why take 10 minutes for somebody to bring us a water, and then we didn't know if we wanted to drink that water? Man, I had to get up out of that point.
See,
Why
you
I had to
said
go. We had to go.
key word. You said Denny's.
What that got to do? I It wasn't clear until then. It sure was. It sure was a Denny's. Yes, it was.
I remember one time I went to a Denny's, and this was the family wanted to do. I was outvoted. Well, back then I didn't have a vote. I just had a complaint. It wasn't a vote, just a complaint. Right? They didn't honor my complaint.
Like,
Yeah,
nobody
we
gonna
went
honor your ass back there whining. You're like, God
pretty
damn.
much, pretty much. Yeah. Everybody ate Denny's. I didn't eat nothing. And after that, my mother stopped at McDonald's and got me something to eat. I just never ate at Denny's. I ain't like they vibes. You know. I remember at one time they was very discriminatory against, melanated people. And once I read that story, I was never a fan of them. You know? But
I
for
ain't had no
me,
problem nowhere else except in Arkansas.
what city, state, or country would I never visit again? I don't know. That's a good question because I can't say I've had too many bad experiences um when I travel. Matter of
You
fact,
travel out. You traveled out of country a couple times.
yeah, I stepped out on foreign land.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Awesome. Awesome.
I'm a little cultured. I mean, I ain't gonna front. I've never been by plane, only by cruise. You
Wait,
know,
now wait. Hold just a god. Is that count?
I mean, I stepped off the ship and I was on dry land in another country. It was in the United States when I was walking around for like 3 4 hours.
Oh,
I
do
was
I
on
get
the
to count?
listen. I was on
Do
the
I
boat
get
for a
to
couple of
count
days.
that? Do I get to count? Nate,
I don't care
Nate,
whether you count it or
come
not.
on, Nate. Come on, Nate. Nate.
So
Usually,
check
you're
this
the
out.
dude on the left shoulder, Nate.
So
Don't
hear
do
me
it,
out.
Derek. It's the smart
Wait,
that do the smart thing, Derek. Don't fucking
hear me out.
suck. Nate, you could be
Um,
that guy. You could be that guy, Nate.
listen. I
Help
was
me, Nate.
born. I
What
was
do we talk
born.
about here?
I was born in the United States of America. Right. I was on a ship that took me to another body of land. I got off that ship and I was walking around on that land in a different country. A country I had no origin in, no country I had no ties to. I was there for a couple of hours, had a good time. I was in another country. I've done that twice. I've been to several countries. Okay.
Damn, you's a sea traveling motherfucker. Damn. All
I
right,
mean,
I can't. All right, I
cruises is
can't. No,
fun,
I can't. You right. You right. You said
but
it.
there's one place I will say that I don't want to go back there because not because I had a bad time or bad experience, because when I go back there, I'm gonna think about one thing and I know it's not gonna be there. So I don't even want to go there to get myself upset. When I went to the Bahamas, I left my sneakers, right? I had the black and green 95 Air Max. I left them on the beach by accident. When I got back to the ship and I realized that they weren't in my book bag because I didn't put them back in my book bag, I was upset. And I
What'd
was
you do,
thinking
Jay?
about
What'd
that.
you do? Did you try to run off the ship?
I thought about maybe I could jump off and swim to go get my sneakers, but then I said, you know what? I'm just gonna take the L.
Did you, Jay, or did you have a fit, Jay?
I had a fit.
Thank you. I
I had
feel
a
much
fit.
better that you told that story
I had
without going into the fabrication that I just took that shit and I was all right. Cause I knew that one day somebody was gonna turn them green ass shoes over, and you
Nah.
ain't the only thing turning
I'm gonna
over
tell
on
you.
you is your ass, cause you done lost your shoes and your
Listen,
mama beating
I'm gonna
your
be
ass.
nah. I'm gonna be real with you. I got upset, and my girl was like, "Listen, we on vacation. You good? I'll buy you another pair when we get back home. And I said, for real? She said, yeah. So then I got happy again. And then, life was great.
Ladies and gentlemen, kind of like real shady, like he just said that he cried until he got what he wanted,
Nah, I
and
didn't cry.
everything is all good.
I didn't cry. I was upset. I was, because you know what? I was thinking about them because I like those sneakers. I was just, like, dang. So if there's one place I would never go, now I'm not gonna say never go, but there's one place that if I went there, I would think about my sneakers, probably be the Bahamas. You know.
You gonna have a fit over a trip to the Bahamas over some sneakers?
I never said a fit. I just said if I go to Bahamas, if I had to pick one place that I had a disgruntled situation, just to answer the question, that was the worst thing that ever happened to me traveling.
You ate a
So I just
bad
had to pick
bowl of
something.
ramen noodles, nigga. That don't make no sense.
I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to answer the question. He said it was logical.
Yo, Drake, what about that? Where you going, man? With
I ain't never say it was a logical reason.
oh,
I just said if I had to make up a reason, that'd be my reason.
whew, okay.
What about you, Nate?
Nate, go ahead, boy. You better come up with a good one.
Honestly, I haven't had any bad experiences wherever I traveled. You know, so far I'm
Wait a minute. Where you? Wait. All
as
right,
far as
bro. Let me hear some of these. What are we talking about?
well, y'all already know. Y'all already know, and it's already been documented. I haven't been on foreign soil yet. There might be for certain reasons why I haven't been there yet. I might not make it back. But anyway, um,
Now, hey, you could have got on a boat and took off and jumped off like Jay did.
I didn't jump off no boat.
I
I ain't
mean,
jump off no ship.
If
Nah,
you
don't
did
lie.
that, we almost got to anoint you.
well, I mean, it's different with Jay though.
Why?
How them Queens dudes are sometimes. So
Oh, wait, I heard that.
Wow. Wow.
Ooh, he said them
It was
Brooklyn
dirty, them
Queens,
dirty Brooklyn dudes.
we just
the
getting it started early
Queens.
because we just getting it started
I want to
early
go back to
for
Brooklyn.
Thursday. But
Damn.
nah, honestly, the places I've been, I really haven't had any I haven't had any bad experiences. Every now and then, you have a little issue because you know how it was back for all of us. We should know, and maybe sometimes we do it to ourselves, but they see that jacket and they see that logo, and somebody got something smart to say. So sometimes,
Nigga, you
you know,
work
how,
at the post office?
nah, you know what jacket I'm talking about.
What jacket?
That dirty, them stanky Yankees jacket.
Oh,
Anything?
you still talking about that shit?
No, I mean it really used to be like that. Like sometimes you travel somewhere, people didn't like.
Yeah, they
They
didn't
knew where you
like
were
it.
from
That's
immediately when you
true.
had
Yeah,
one of
they
those
didn't
on.
like it. That's true. You know what? I'll be like Eddie Murphy's father. You know what? They could kiss my ass. They could
But
kiss
nah,
this motherfucker. If you don't like it, you could go outside. You and your wife. That goony goo goo bitch. That's right. All of them can go.
see, not the Goonie Goo Goo, but
The goony goo goo bitch can go too. All of them.
Shout out to Delirious. So far where I've traveled at, I within the states, I haven't had any issues where I could say, oh, now I do got some states maybe that I could say that trust me, even if I didn't have a bad experience, you ain't got to worry about me going to visit again because I don't see no reason to go, and that's Mississippi. That's one of the states.
Hey, Nate, I kind of feel you on that one, Nate. I understand. Yeah, they ain't that. Yeah, that shit just that kind of one of them low
Um,
energy places
can I
down there.
can I add one? I don't have no reason to go to Alabama.
I can understand that one
Yeah, I
too.
can understand
Although
that
I've
too.
been to Alabama, and Alabama kind of nice, yo.
Yeah, Birmingham,
Atlanta kind of nice.
Birmingham was cool when I went out there.
Yeah, they listen here, man. I had to say that for some places
See, for
they
me,
kind of they
the
kind of they kind
history,
of quanti they kind of idolize their way of living over there.
yeah, the
But
history is too thick
you
for
can
me.
see the change in some places though. You can't.
That's what I mean. Like the history is too thick and it's too real, so I can't. Yeah, I just couldn't be out there. I'm good.
You know what? Honestly, I do got somewhere that I'll say. If it wasn't for family living out there, I would
Wouldn't
never go
go.
visit. No, I would never go visit. And it's a place that most black people like to go, and that's Atlanta. You can miss me with that.
Yeah, huh? It ain't nothing out there, huh, Nate?
You can miss me with Atlanta. Honestly,
Well, what you got? What you got against Atlanta?
I just think it's overrated.
Now, I will say when I went to go visit my peoples out there, many years ago, a long time ago, um, I didn't like it. I didn't like the vibe. Like we went to she took me to a little party in the park, whatever, like a little festival. That was cool, whatever. But I didn't like the vibe. I didn't like the energy of the city. And it just wasn't for me. I'm not saying it was bad. Nothing bad happened. It wasn't dirty. It wasn't dingy. It was nothing wrong that I could say, yeah, oh man, this was messed up. They did this wrong and it looked like this. Nah. Aesthetics, environment, everything else, it was cool. It just didn't fit who my person who I was individual. I couldn't see myself chilling out there. I could agree with you, Nate. And that
Same
was
here,
really
and
the
then,
last time I was out there.
same here, and that's just and by no means does that mean I hate Atlanta. I got no hate towards it at all. It's just
Yeah.
it's just not for me. Overall, maybe I go visit because my family lives there. Some of my family members live out there, so I go for that reason. But to say, hey, I want to go move out here, live right now, I can say no. But I'll never say never to some places. Now you can say never to some places, but sometimes you never really know what life has in store for you. So you never know where you'll end up at.
That's true.
Now, there's one place I do that I went there before and I want to go back. Um, I want to go back to Las Vegas. I want to go back to Vegas. And not for what most people think about, like, oh, I want to go, I want to go out there and gamble, be on the strip. Nah. I want to see the Grand Canyon. I want to see the little red caves. I mean, not the little red sand dunes and all that stuff. The dunes they got out there. Yo, Vegas on some national park jump off is fly.
Jay, Vegas at the time of the year that you want to go is gonna be hot as fuck.
Yeah, it is. You know
You
what?
gonna die. You gonna
Henderson.
die just from the heat alone, cause you out there looking for the skeleton of the Alien Zero. I know, bro. It ain't y'all. Take
Um,
yeah.
I, I was gonna say, also, Vegas, out off the strip, that's the good place to go. And Henderson is not a bad place to go to either in Nevada. And
What's
Reno's
that?
I
okay.
heard that's where all the jackpots are.
Henderson is actually where it's a good place to live at if you decide to move to Nevada. You can live out there instead of living in Las Vegas. Is gonna be a whole lot more expensive. Like, I mean,
Yep.
their taxes through the roof as it is anyway. But Henderson, Nevada, Reno's cool. Reno's kind of cool too. Up there as well. But yeah, it's a lot of places like when everybody think of Nevada, they just think of Las Vegas and they think of one thing. But it's a whole lot more to do than that. You know.
Nah, I know, but I was just saying out there because that's where I went last time, and I ain't gonna front. When I went out there, I had a dope experience. It was fun. It was cool. It was chill.
I got you. But yeah, like I said, it is hot during a certain time of the year. Like,
Oh, when I went out there, listen, my sweat was sweating. I ain't never had sweat like that. Like how you sweat, and then before your sweat fall off, you see your sweat get sweat and it fall. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus!"
That shit is coming after you.
The sun go down.
Mhm.
The sun go down. The moon is sweating. Like, geez, it's hot.
something serious.
Yeah, it was vicious. It was vicious. It was definitely a different experience.
And I don't like hot weather. Period. Don't matter. Being here, I hated the summer times in New
Well,
York.
I don't know why your ass is in. I
Well, why
still
you in the
don't
West
understand.
Coast
How you
then?
say that? Why your ass that? Well, bro.
I hate the summer everywhere. I hate summer in New York. I hate summer in Maryland. I hate it everywhere.
That's because you're going to the most humidest spot you can go to in the summer. Nobody
Maybe I need
want to
to.
take their ass there. Nobody want to take their ass up to India. I'm telling you, it's just hot and humid. They ain't got no
You got
reason
to
to
go.
be up there.
You know where the summer's nice at? Syracuse.
I ain't
Okay,
going. I ain't going up there.
okay, okay,
No, I just said the
okay.
summer's. I didn't say move up. I'm just saying the summer's nice up there.
I prefer. Well, for me, my experience so far, I prefer summer in the Bay Area because over there in Oakland
Oh,
and
excuse me.
San Francisco, I know when I went in August, it was like 45 degrees outside in the middle of August.
Because of the water.
And then it had seriously, like it had the fog. It was like the fog, and when we walked across the Golden Gate Bridge,
Yeah, okay.
you know,
Wait. You walked across the Golden Gate Bridge, the whole bridge?
yeah, me and my brothers and my daughter. They got 2 lanes. They got 1 lane for the bikes and 1 lane for the people to walk. And you can walk all the way across to the end. You can see Alcatraz from the bridge.
Nate.
Am I
Nate was
lying,
crip
Unc?
walking across the bridge. Nate was crip
Nate,
walking across the bridge.
I ain't doing no. I ain't,
that's a big bridge, man. It's like high up in the air, and it's a
Are,
long bridge, bro.
what makes that any different than walking across the Brooklyn Bridge?
Now the Brooklyn Bridge is not that.
ain't
The
no
Brooklyn
fog
Bridge
and you
is
can't crip walk across the Brooklyn Bridge.
wait, and the Brooklyn Bridge is not as long as the Golden Gate Bridge.
It's still high up.
Nah, it's not really.
Nah, not
It's not.
really.
It's
What
not
you
as
talking
high up
about?
as. It's not as high up as whatchamacallit.
Either way, if you fall from one of them, what's your expectancy of living?
Jay
I'm
going to somebody
surviving in
baby.
Brooklyn. I'm from Queens. I'm good.
Oh, because
Yo.
why you walked across the Queensboro Bridge all the time? Is that why?
I'm
Oh,
just saying. I didn't say all of that.
did you
I'm
take the
just saying.
long way home?
I'm just saying. No, I'm good.
You took the
You
long way
over
home.
there. I seen that bridge in the introduction of Full House. That bridge is mad long,
You
bro.
just go to Full House. It's a nice walk though, but the funny thing was, it was cold on the side we was at. But as we started to get further on the other end, it got hot, and the sun was out beaming. It was
Okay.
a nice. We stopped in the middle of the bridge and took some pictures there too. It was a nice experience. My daughter loved it. She loved it the whole time. She just loved the whole trip period because she stayed with me for the whole summer that year. We traveled everywhere that summer. Then we had drove to the Bay Area from San Diego.
Go stupid. Go. Did you see E40?
No, I ain't seen no E40, man. I wasn't out in Vallejo.
Dang. Why you ain't go to Vallejo and go dumb. Go stupid. Go
I'm like, where,
stupid.
where get this out of town fool from?
You know what I'm saying? Just tell them. Tell me where to go. Tell me where to go. Go stupid.
Now,
Go.
now, as far as the music wise, you will hear that everywhere. You hear the Bay Area music all over where no matter where you went in the Bay Area. Cause we was in Oakland too for a little while. And you knew when you was changing neighborhoods, I hate to say the stereotype, but it went from okay to just allow a whole lot of graffiti. So we knew what side of town we was on. And we went by to go see the Warriors Stadium when it was playing at the Oracle because my little brother was a Orioles fan. I mean, a Warriors fan at the time. And we drove by the athletic stadium and all that. I enjoyed like the Bay Area. I really enjoyed it. I like it out there. I've been out the Bay Area. I've been out to Northern California more than Southern Cal. So I got nothing against Southern Cal, but I like Northern Cal just a little bit better because I've been out there more times.
Yeah, it sounds like you hating on SoCal.
I'm definitely not.
I'm just saying. I didn't say you were. I just said it sounded like you.
Yeah, definitely not.
I'm definitely one of my favorite trips in California was at Laguna Beach.
Yeah, good cleanup. Good cleanup. I like how you cleaned that up.
Hey, it's on my profile picture on my Facebook.
You know, I mean,
That background
Southern
from Laguna
California kind
Beach.
of dope. Oh, word.
Yeah.
I mean, it never rains in Southern California, so you know it's kind of dope.
Yeah, it's a good and a bad thing sometimes.
I'm just saying, if you ask Tony, it's a good thing.
Well, you asked him that. You asked him that when the wildfires start flaring up because it hasn't rained in 6 weeks.
It's
Lord,
crazy.
they
They
should
better
come here. It rains all the time here.
Yeah, we can send some over there. But
God,
but yo, fellas, man, I think that was a wonderful show, man. I think that was a wonderful way for us to wrap it up, man, and do what we do, yo. So as always, before we get up out of here, Nate, what you got for the people?
Just be yourselves, live life. Prayers to everybody out there. Accidents that happened in LaGuardia, still prayers for our soldiers out there. Also, first episode Thursday, MLB. We'll be covering Wednesday night's game from the Giants and the Yankees, and we'll be having live look-ins for all the games that start on Thursday.
Yep. Yo, for me, real fast. Listen, y'all. Follow the rules of the DOT. If they say it's 45 miles per hour, go 45 miles per hour. Don't go for it. Nah. Listen. All jokes aside, in all seriousness, don't tell people your dreams, show them. A lot of times you'll put energy out there, you'll tell people what you want, and you have good intentions, good positive energy, and the universe is going to feed off of that. But then you tell somebody and they pray for your downfall. They're not praying for you, they're praying on you. They don't want you to win, they don't want you to succeed. They might do things to sabotage you, distract you, or whatever the case may be. So don't tell nobody anything what you got in motion. Just keep it in motion and do what you got to do. And when it pop up, act like it was always there. You know what I mean? So, what you got, man? Bring us home.
all right. Just to close it out, again, I just want everybody to understand that respect will go a long way in a person's life, and I hope that you gain what you deserve and you give what you feel is the right amount to those who deserve it also. So, no doubt, respect is earned. Remember that, please. And health, wealth, security, and joy for all of y'all. Remember that.
And on that note, y'all, we appreciate everybody who tapped in and tuned into the show. If you left a comment, man, we
Every
appreciate that too.
Monday, y'all. Every Monday.
Listen, if you're watching on the YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can see what's up. Other than that, if we don't see you Wednesday, we see you on next Monday, yo.
No, we see you on Thursday.
And Thursday, too. Thursday, my bad, Nate.
This Thursday.
Thursday as well. Catch y'all on the flip side, family. Peace.
Peace.